Hello, and what I'm going to do today is just to show you my setup with how I run the groovebox into the DRM, or control the DRM from the groovebox, or well, program the patterns for it anyway. So I've got it set up here. You can see that I've got the notes spread out along the keyboard to tell me what sound is what. That's and snare. And what I've done with this rhythm set here is that I've turned off the notes, the internal sounds that are connected with the DRM notes. And the reason they're spread out all across the octave is because, unfortunately, for me to use the mute groups on here, so I can mute the snare, clap, as the patterns you'll see in a bit, but you have to assign each instrument to a certain rhythm group within the rhythm set. So that allows you then to mute it out. So if the multi's playing on here, I can just take it in or out with the mutes. So that's why it's spread out along here. Unfortunately, you haven't got the function to change each tone to whatever you want on here. So that's not an option. You have to, it's sort of, out of all the keys that are used for the rhythm set, you know, there's specific notes that are set to toms, perk, hit, others. So you have to, I had to put each instrument into that certain bracket to do that. So that was a little bit of a chore with the MIDI, but once it's set, it's set. So and then with the instrument, which is be another video, but I've basically switched off all the internal MIDI, and it's just going out to the respective channels. So Moog is on 1, Matrix Brute's taking 2, Korg is taking 3, DX7 is on 4, Hydrasynth on 5, and then I just play them through another keyboard, my SL Mark III, that are used for the things. But we're looking at the drums in our program on here, and the groovebox programming is brilliant. I loved it. I much prefer this recording style than step sequences, because I just find step sequences good for arpeggios and things like that, and just random arpeggios, because I can't get used to using the ties and the rests and things like that. It does my head in. It's just, anyway, it's so much easier to do your ties and rests and everything on here, you know, with the different scale divisions, and also the microscope editor, which you can insert notes, program changes, control changes, pitch bend after touch, control after touch. I don't know. I don't use that much. It's a bit too crazy, and you can move stuff, view stuff, view what you want to see on here in the screen, because sometimes it just be so much information. So you can just say, I want to see all the notes only, and then you can amend what you want. But that's groovebox fun. So let's get on to recording. We'll do it in track record here, so you can put it in note by note. So we've got our metronome, and then where's the sound? We have to take that off first. There's our kick drum. So let's get that in, and here you can program the velocity. I don't know how much you can see of this screen, but I'm going to need to put the volume up on that. The pads, when you play them, are all at like 115, so the pads are set to 115, but then when you program the notes in, you have to add your velocities as and when, and that this will receive that MIDI velocity information. The new version of this, the new version of this takes now the trigger inputs in the back will receive modular velocity input, which it didn't do before. But I haven't got the triggers on that. It was another £100 more to do, so I wasn't too bothered at the time. But yeah, this is like a £550 analog drum kit extension to my groovebox, basically. So where were we? So good old kick. Let's get that bad boy in there. Blah blah blah. Start shaping it. Just keep it quite mellow for now, so it's not too annoying. Yeah, and then what we've got now. So then we've got the snare. Again, let's just throw a few of them in. A little bit of movement. Okay, and then what we've got next? The clap. Let's turn that down a bit. Now the hi-hats. We've got closed and open version from the same channel, and that's the same for number 2. So you've got like an open and closed sort of thing. I'll show you how that works now. So take the closed first, get it nice and bright. Show you the usual routine. I'll take a couple of them out. The fun of this kind of sequencing. You couldn't do this kind of step sequence, you know what I mean? It takes you ages to do things like that. So now this is the point that I'm getting to now. We've got the open version now. So we'll add a couple of them in. We'll change the note length a bit as well. Yeah, that's working. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, and as I say, you can have the second hi-hat. There's the second one. The rise symbol if you wanted. what you can also, so let me just stop this. So instead of me typing it in, you could also use an arpeggiator. So where's that sound? Is the next one up? There's our second hi-hat. Is it up again? Oh yeah. There it is, okay. So arpeggiator in eighths. There we go. Is it on? How do you get it started? Don't know how you start with bleeding arpeggiator. Oh, it won't work from this. Let me try it on here. Hold on. So arpeggiator, we'll get it on eighths. So where's our sound? So then we can real time that now. So it should automatically quantize itself. Unfortunately, you can't modulate anything on here from here. You just have to do it all the time, but that's the fun of this. Of course, none of this is panned. I can do it all on the mixer over there, but that's not what we're here for. It's just to show you how I program the Vermona with this, and you can start changing it how you want then, can't you? Program the Vermona with a groovebox. Everyone should have one. So good to do. And then of course you can incorporate the internal sounds alongside it. So let's just get our arpeggiator. What I like to do is get some. Let's go back to that. So I like to get an arpeggiator, some random thing, choose some percussion from up here somewhere, or I can incorporate the drum there. So I like to hold it and then real time record, and it'll just sink in now. So, and then you've got that now.